kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion comes the tight end left. Here's a 2nd and 7.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take it.
This is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left.
Check, 52's the mic. Check. Dragon 60. Man out, man out, man out, man out. New mic 52, mic 52.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
In motion left goes a tight end. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, another run with Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. First and 10, Taylor now.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll go play action. Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And once more, Howell back to the air. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down. Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Seven, our score after 1. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
He'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Let's go. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The Panthers had 5 and 6 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That ain't going to be tough to beat in this one.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Running straight ahead, Taylor down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Faking the handoff, Howell. He'll buy some time right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth.
And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The tight end in motion right. They go to the ground again with Taylor. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Howell trying to pick it up on third.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Check 52's the mic. Here we go, here we go. New mic 52, mic 52. It's coming this way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, check mic 39. Check mic 39. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Cut 19. Cut 19. Check mic 39. Check mic 39. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up. The other team scores.
So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield, and putting 6 points on the board. I just wonder, do they have a 12-point drive in them now? What a way to start the half.
All changed in the blink of an eye. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Running left, Taylor. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Taylor.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. 75 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
On 2nd and 9. Howell will get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On second down, here's the option.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now they go play action with Howell. Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Well, the play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Howell got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
He's back to throw. This is Anderson.
He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
They'll look to throw. Gets this to Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Moore, the man in motion. He'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got Anderson right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to throw again. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Moore, the man in motion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw again, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
To throw.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Second and 4.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're out of the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football and probably third down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Powell's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want. The right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
On second down, they'll run it here. He will push his way down to about the 14. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
64 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd, have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he missed it. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in a tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
Let's go, D. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and it's intercepted. Well, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Howell. And that's to the former Panther, Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Man, what a battle. I mean, what a game this has turned out to be, Charles, as we're going to have now a 5th drive here in overtime.
I don't know how they're doing it out there because the focus, the concentration, that has to stay as high as the intensity, and it's hard to do with how hard-hitting this game has been. But at this point, you've got kicking in your background. Can you go down there and put one through the post so we can all go home?
I don't think they want me down there, but of course we've said it multiple times. That's all it takes right now, 3 to win it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they'd been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Carolina, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on